everyone, welcome back to Nickelville Camping, and well, Happy New Year. If you're new here, I'm Jordan from the sales department, and what I do on this channel is I walk through all of our available trailers on our lot, so you know what you're getting into before you come here. Now today, we're taking a look at our brand new 2026 Forest River Cherokee Wolf Pup 17 SC. I have to say, this one comes with some really impressive upgrades from last year's model. This is a small, lightweight travel trailer with a slide. Yep, small trailer with a slide, booyah. We're gonna do things a little bit different. We'll start off going inside, checking out everything that's in there, and then we'll make our way outside. Let's take a look around and see why this travel trailer is so popular. Now coming inside, this is where you're going to notice where your main control pad is. So you're going to be able to open up and close your awning. You're going to be also able to control that slide. You're going to be able to see what's going on below, how full your battery is, what your levels of your tanks are. Of course, your water pump, awning lights, and all that fun stuff. Now, let's get inside. As soon as you step inside this trailer, the first thing you're going to notice is how open it feels in here. This slide makes a massive difference of how much walking space you have. For a single axle, lightweight trailer, surprisingly, this layout is very roomy. Cherokee really nailed it on paying attention on those small details, and I will point out every one. Let's start right here in the kitchen. You have a nice wide countertop with lots of space for anything that you need, coffee machine, smoothie maker, as well as you have a GFCI protected outlet to plug any of those in. You're gonna notice you have lots of storage in here. We have some storage underneath the sink, which honestly, you have tons of room. Surprisingly, it goes all the way to the side, and then above, you're gonna have more storage right up here for any plates, dishes, any of that. Right in the corner, this is where you're gonna find your wireless media receiver. What's that, you ask? Well, you're gonna be able to connect your Bluetooth so you can play some good tunes, because who doesn't like listen to music while camping? Right behind me, we have our 2-burner cooktop stove. They've also added a glass cover, a little bit more counter space, but to protect underneath as well. It'll just chill like that when you're cooking. Right above that, that's where you're gonna find your hood fan. It does have a light as well, and above that, that's where you're gonna have your microwave. Right behind me, we have a very deep single sink, honestly very large for those pots that you need to fill up with water, and you have a nice black high rise. They've also added this, which is really nice because this kind of reenacts like a cutting board if you need. Over here, this is where you're going to find your 10 cubic 12-volt refrigerator. Honestly, there's not going to be any Tetris you have to play with your food. And you have your freezer, very deep. Ooh, it's chilly in here. Very deep. You have lots of room in here. Now that we covered our kitchen, let's do a turn around. Before we turn around, I'm also going to mention that they do have this utensil drawer. If you're looking at other models previous from 2026, you're likely not going to see this. It's just going to be flush. Very nice that they added this just for extra space for utensils or anything like that. Directly across from our rear entry, you're going to find our jackknife sofa. This will give you additional seating area on a rainy day, or if you have guests, that's where you're going to have that extra bed. And honestly, just to do a breakdown, my feet are all the way against the hot wall, and honestly, I have a little bit of space for headroom. Right underneath, you're going to notice you do have some storage area, and actually from the outside, you're able to access it as well. A nice shelving area right here for any books or anything else, which I do really love, and you're going to notice throughout the entire trailer, they do have your USB and your USB-C to charge any of those power devices. This is a great option for kids, grandkids, or family and friends that want to tag along. And again, this slide makes this whole area a lot more roomy. Now, before we check out what else is offered in this trailer, let's do another flip and check out what's in front of me. This area is probably one of my favorites. Instead of your traditional dinette, they've added this bar top with these chairs. If we're going back to our previously models, they were just kind of bar stools, little rectangle bar stools. I'm really loving that they actually put chairs in here with a nice high-rise back, so it's a little more comfy. I forgot to mention how many windows are in here. So we have this nice big picture window, but of course behind me when I was on the jackknife sofa, I had that window as well. So the lighting on a rainy, gloomy day, it's gonna be very nice and bright in here. Check out how big this bar top is. You have lots of room playing games, card games, eating dinner. And honestly, if you have an extra person, well, they can eat on the jackknife sofa, or you can put another chair right at the end because we have lots of room. It keeps the trailer feeling open but modern. And my favorite part, right underneath, you're gonna notice that they added some bins. I'm gonna bring you down a little bit so you can see. Didn't waste any space in this Cherokee model, and I love that they made it a little bit more organized. So you have these bins, anything that needs to be stored away, kind of hidden, but it looks very organized, sleek, and beautiful. Now that we have a better view of what's going on this side of the wall, this is where you're going to mount the TV, which is super convenient that they added this so you don't have to run to the store to buy a wall mount. Right above, you're going to have an input and then your TV inputs to plug in your TV. Right below, this is where you're going to find your thermostat to control your heat. And right below that, you're going to find another outlet. We're going to notice right here by your entry door, you're going to find your USB and a USB-C. So that's a second one because we had one on our jackknife sofa. Now this is a good upgrade that Cherokee did. So let's pretend the slide was closed and it was all tight in here. Well, in our previous models, there was a door here. So when the slide was in, the door only opened like this. So you couldn't get to your bedroom and bathroom if you needed to make a quick stop. Now, they've added this sliding door. So when that slide is closed, you can still access whatever you need back here. Now, let's go check this out. Now, moving to the middle of the trailer, we're basically square dead in the middle. We have what we just went over, and then it's a little secret. But a full bathroom, no wet bath, a full shower, the sink, toilet. You have so much space in here. This is where you're going to find your hot water on demand to control that. But you're going to come in a little closer and we're going to check out this shower. A curved shower track to give you a lot more feeling and space in the shower. We have a full surround. So when you are taking a shower, all the water is just coming by. We have a nice shower head that you're able to disconnect. Right onto this side, I do have a little bit of a shelving area, and honestly, there probably won't believe this, but there is a little bit of a lip down there. Small child, maybe a dog got really dirty, they can probably get in this tub. Not for us adults though. Let's do a little swap and see how much storage you have behind you. Now, I do apologize about the sound in the background. I'm currently in the shop and we do have some technicians just doing a pre-delivery inspection. So that noise is a-okay. Right behind me, we have our nice sized big sink to brush our teeth, wash our hands, and check this out. A mirror with a vanity behind. Oh my goodness, you have so much stuff for your medicine cabinet, toothbrushes, anything like that. Also, you do have more storage below. So right below, you're going to notice that they kind of block that area off. And the reason behind that is we have a refrigerator on the exterior of the trailer for those nice cold drinks. We do have a GFCI protected outlet for any hair blowers, straighteners, any of that. And you're going to notice this is where your hot water on demand is. When I was in the shower, I did forget to mention, but you actually have a vent on the top with a fan. That's another good feature. Now let's finish off the interior with your private bedroom. We have a nice walk around queen size mattress with honestly lots of storage, and it's all covered. So when you're traveling, nothing is falling. We have two big size picture windows. We're able to open both of them to get a nice cross breeze throughout your private bedroom. Now check out all this storage. We're just gonna open everything so you can have a look. Oh, you've been here before and you're not new. This happens all the time. And this is a great feature because last minute tripping, bet you're running to Dollarama. Well, you don't have to get a trash can because Cherokee they added that. Going back, check out all this storage. I have little hangers behind me in this side compartment just to hang up anything you need. And honestly, they did not waste any space. It is very deep and you can put a lot in there. And then of course we have our overhead storage as well. They've added these two little pod lights just in case it's nighttime, you're reading your book or whatever the case is. You're gonna notice on both sides, we do have an outlet. I know that one looks a little funky, but that's actually an inverter. On this side, you do have a USB-C and a USB plug-in and a normal outlet. You're still able to walk around the mattress and be able to get in and out of bed. And of course, as always, have our storage underneath, which you'll be able to access your outside compartment. But check this out. Not only did they add those bins in the front, but they did add the bins underneath. So you have two on this side, two on that side, and honestly, just more closet area if you're like me and you pack a lot. Right in front of me, that's going to be where you're going to have your TV input and another power outlet, just if you decide you want to add a TV and a wall mount in here.
Now let's take a quick look around the exterior of this wolf pup. Starting at the tongue, you'll find a single propane tank, the battery location, as well as the battery disconnect. You'll have a manual tongue jack for easy hitching. This trailer has an overall length of 23 feet, 10 inches. Dry weight is approximately 4,164 pounds with a gross vehicle weight rating of around 5,560 pounds. Along the off campsite side, hookups are clearly labeled and include city water connection, black tank flush, power hookup, and cables. Tank capacities include 26 gallons of fresh water, 28 gallons of gray, and 28 gallons of black. At the rear, backup camera prep is included for easy maneuvering. On the campsite side, you'll find the power awning with their LED lighting, outdoor speakers, and the slide out that adds all the interior living space. Sometimes.